water, pain au chocolat, coffee.
What more do you need?
So let's start the conversation with what DJs hate about musicians.
And vice versa.
Oh yeah, bring it on, bring it on.
There's not much, to be honest. There's not much we hate about DJs.
I think
musicians are more hard work than DJs.
I think they are. I think everyone's got their own. You know, I know there's a lot of studies on people who, understanding personality types. Mm-hmm. I think mainly in sales, and I've been through a lot of those. Having a business, like, trying to find a secret formula or something that I don't know, or something that I need affirmation that. Mm-hmm. So normally things, what people are going to be like, but you need the affirmation of.
Yeah.
Oh, no, that's how they... And you go, oh, okay.
Right.
But you knew it already because you have that, you've already done the analysis of them, right? Your prejudice or that first meeting. But yeah, I think it's just, you got to be open with people.
Definitely. But
musicians, maybe you have to just be a little bit more open.
Right.
Which is cool. That when I deal with musicians, mainly is when they've got a job to do. Mm-hmm. I never get to meet them in...
yeah, it's true.
Do you know what I mean? Like, it's always...
Might always be the job they want to do as well. So there could be certain pressures from that where they're thinking in their head.
Totally.
I don't want to be doing this.
Totally. I mean, it's the dream to do something creative that's from the creative side of your brain and get paid for it.
Yeah.
I think that's the addiction, isn't it?
But not all musicians feel like that.
Exactly.
And not all DJs feel like that.
And that's where the pressure, especially when you're walking into a job,
Yeah.
Again, the first, preconception of a DJ is they rock up 5 minutes before and...
I've only ever had one problem with a DJ when it's been, like, clearly trying to sabotage the musician's set. And that's been in my entire...
Is that when they try and play your music?
Well, they know what the tunes are. Just openly play the music that you've sent them. Won't download...
That's wild.
Say if you've done, like... You don't know who the DJ is, you've done like a pre-mixed set or something, that sometimes happens.
Yeah.
Where it's like, I've mixed these tunes together at home because I've got a singer. I think if I was a sax player, I'd never do that. But if I've got a singer, it's going to be in specific keys and I don't know who the DJ is, I'll send them like a 20-minute mix. And it'll be like, this will be set one. And you'll get there and it'll be like, he'll be streaming it off his phone. So it'll be like 500 megabytes of a file. And you're there like, have you downloaded it? He's like, nah, I'm just going to stream it. And then halfway through a set,
I just don't know where
it's literally cut out 4 times.
The thing is, like, that DJ hasn't been through the ringer enough to realise that is no good.
No,
but again,
and also playing tunes, not like you've not only like sent the sets, but you've also written out of what tunes you're going to do. Like set one is going to be these tunes.
I mean, my biggest thing with DJs is that, like, back in the day, people could play, could bring a box of records, that heavy box of records, and they've got a finite amount of music.
Yeah.
But now you can literally have, gigabytes and gigabytes of music.
Tens of thousands of songs.
So, like, my response, when people are like, oh, we're going to do this, like, my attitude is, no, do whatever you think is best, and I'll just fill in the gaps.
Yeah, but I think that's a confidence because you're really good. I think if some people
Let's not start here. It's like we're 2 minutes in. Let's not,
You like that?
Yeah.
But I think, honestly, I think that's the thing with that. That goes the other way as well. If musicians are a bit like it's definitely a thing with sax players. It's like if they play with a DJ and they come and say, I'll only play these songs. And then the DJ is a bit like, okay, even if it's not working with the crowd, I now have to play these songs where it's like 5 songs that this sax player knows. And then you lose the crowd. And then you're fighting back for the rest of the night.
I mean, I see a set list as a leash. A set list as a DJ is a leash.
Right.
Like, as a DJ, it's like, right, you are to play these songs. And there are people, in events especially, more than club nights and things. Club nights are, the leash is pretty long because it's a genre, or it's, I don't care as long as I sell drinks.
Yeah.
Whereas in events, if people are giving a DJ... here is the music we want. Don't get me wrong, I don't care because I get paid the same amount. It's your wedding or it's your event. So, like, whatever you want me to do. But normally people will book because they know they can trust me off. I'm off-leash trained, I think is the best way of putting it. But I see musicians, it's like they've got this leash and it can't be extended, at the drop of a hat.
Yeah.
So, like, let them do what they've got to do. And then let me work to try and help those. You know, it's like having it's like having a pet. No, let's use the leash analogy. Like, say you've got a dog, which is a bit like, it took a child's foot off once or whatever, but he's lovely and he's the family pet.
Yeah.
For example, it's like, look, they've got the set, they've got it laid out, they've rehearsed, they've nailed it, they've worked together.
Last times before.
They've done it over and over again, or they might not have, or whatever the reasons are. It's just like, right, cool. Maybe that first set didn't work for the band, but how can I help them?
Yeah.
The number one thing to not help them is to play their music.
Yeah.
To play their music.
It almost felt like a battle, though. It was weird. Didn't feel like you're on the same page. It felt like a kind of like
it's always
one-man-upmanship kind of vibe.
I mean, when I used to play with the band, like when I first started playing with the band, when I was like maybe like 16, 17, turning up to DJ gigs, and there'd be like one of these like pub. Someone had found a post-it on a corkboard of a pub type vibe. I'd always think that they're the main attraction.
Yeah.
And the DJ is actually especially before and between sets, is like the background, the secondary thing.
Right.
The band's finished. Kind of like between bands that are, between a warm-up artist and the headline, or between two sets. It's like, it just goes to pre-recorded music. Oh. Because nothing beats live music. Like, let's get that straight out there. Like,
yeah.
If the crowd can align, if they're open-minded, or you're playing something that's culturally accurate, the band is the best thing in the world.
Yeah.
But, you need a Swiss Army knife sometimes more than just a machete. Mm-hmm. You can't, I don't know, can you open a bottle of wine with a machete?
Not without, well, maybe.
Just might be easier to pull the Swiss Army knife out, right?
Yeah.
Which is what the DJ's job is. They've got 10,000 other tunes. They can pivot halfway through a song.
Right.
One chorus in and go, oh.
So maybe it's like an ego thing as well. Maybe that comes into it. Maybe about like knowing that and not wanting to always be like the centre of it. And be the party starter and the one who kills it, I guess. Yeah,
perhaps. But the musician, like, it's been a great journey. Like, recently I've worked with a lot more bands than I used to.
Right. Maybe that's the reason why, because you know how to slot in.
Yeah, and I think I'm also enjoying the fact I don't have to DJ for like 6 hours non-stop.
Yeah. That's a lot of pressure, isn't it, being the only...
It's wild being the only source of entertainment, the driving force, and, there's a lot of... I still do parties and stuff, but it is very different. Like, you have to really tame that, tame the room. The room is one person. It's not 100 or 1,000 or whatever it is. You tame the room as one person. But it's, the 5-hour thing is an interesting one.
It's intense.
When you go sauntering off to the green room, all the musicians patting themselves on the back.
Yeah.
Oh, that bit you did. And I'm there going, I got 3 hours.
Mate, I've done some, where I'll do like the whole day and then have to do that, like DJ and play sax at the end.
That's the other thing as well. Intense. Like, sometimes you're on these jobs like 6 hours before, aren't you? Like,
doing the daytime stuff, and then you go into the
It's a long old thing.
Yeah, it's tiring.
And it's the driving before. I think the driving is a big,
driving or flying or travelling in general.
Yeah, and you fly a lot, don't you? You do a lot of international stuff.
I kind of like, maybe this year I've said no to more stuff, just because it would be like, do you want to go to India for like 4 days for like £500 or something? I'd be like, nah, I'm all right.
I think a younger...
I've only got kids as well.
Yeah, I was going to say, but a younger Max would have gone, I get to see a part of the world. And
India's fucking amazing, I love it.
Yeah, I've never been, even though that's like my mum's heritage. I need to go.
White Keys must have done some stuff there.
Possibly.
I remember talking to someone who'd been with White Keys.
Well, they haven't invited me, I'll tell you that for free. They haven't invited me.
Yeah.
But...
I think it was a while ago, though, quite a few years ago.
Yeah.
But it's a cool... Yeah, I mean, I went there with my wife. She went for like 4 months.
Yeah.
When we first met. And I went for like 3 weeks just to kind of visit her. And yeah, it's an unreal place. Like a really like... I don't know, something about the energy of that place. It's very different to anywhere I've been.
It's the ancient... I find it's ancient history that, combining ancient history with, with it being very rapidly developing into something.
Yeah.
And I like to see all of these underground genres find their way into like these clubs, these club nights, these boiler room Indias and stuff like that. You think it's going to be a load of like Bangor and Bollywood, and it's like grime and hip hop and
Yeah,
garage, and I'm like, where's all this coming from?
Yeah.
And they're doing the same as what I'm doing. They're watching us over here, aren't they? So, yeah, really interesting. Yeah, and the music is music. I mean, you've had some heavy duty musicians on your podcast,
Right.
haven't you? You've had Chloe and Chris,
Jay Moore, Mike. Yeah.
the whole shebang, and they're all heavy duty musicians.
Yeah.
So it is slightly weird to be a DJ in this. It does feel like a hot seat with the lights, and you sitting opposite me. It's like,
I don't want that to be feels like that. But I don't think, to me, like you're saying that about, I don't think like DJs. Maybe it's because I can DJ and I've DJed quite like a few events. Like I know how hard it is, so I think I appreciate how hard it is to DJ well.
Yeah.
To DJ and kind of do it with a plum.
what do you find? What's your hardest? What do you find hardest when you're DJing? Are you playing sax whilst DJing?
Try to do that less and less because it's like 70% of both, isn't it? That's what I feel like.
Yeah, it's a 1.5 man job, as we call it in production world.
And I feel like people are like, yeah, we want that because they often want that because it's cheaper. But I'm like, yeah, but it's not going to be as good. If you get like a really good DJ, I can be like on the dance floor the whole time.
Yeah, that's the biggest thing for me is that like these bloody DJ booths they put me behind. Don't get me wrong, I don't want to be a front and center performer.
Like massive.
But it's physical barrier to a crowd. Like, it's like those points of contact.
Yeah.
Like we're communicating now. This is like open engagement. You
like
need to have
laptops are a bit like that as well, right?
Yeah, I mean, I'm a laptop DJ.
Yeah.
But I try and put my laptop as far as I can. You've probably seen me. I'll never put it right in front of me.
Right.
If I can, I'll put it like there.
To the side.
Yeah, literally to the side, but lower than chest height.
Yeah.
So that there's still a level of openness.
Yeah.
They can't see what's on the laptop, obviously.
Those big Equinox things. I realise I have one of those, but I'm like, why have I got this? It's like so hard to take everywhere. Yeah. And also it's like, you're right, it's very restrictive.
Yeah. I actually worked for a DJ agency, which is how I met my business partner. It was like 10 years ago. And they would send us to go and do these client meetings, and it was like a preset configuration of equipment.
Yeah.
Option one was those Equinox booths, which are like, up to me, I'm only like 5'7", 5'8" on a good day. But like, they come up to like here, and I'm like, and they're like this big, and they got the slanted edges and stuff. I'm like, this is like ridiculous, but the norm. It was like the norm. And then they would send a few other different options. And
Just
then
for corporate events?
Corporate and weddings.
Right.
But you go and meet with the client before the event, and they get to choose their style in their package or whatever. And the craziest thing is that we would show these pictures, and everyone, like 85% of people would pick option 3. And option 3 was a fold-out Costco table. You know, one of those lifetime Costco tables? Yeah, literally like just standard table, and standard table height as well. So you sort of bent, hunched over, with those scrim lycras on, with a single LED parkan underneath, in pink or blue or whatever the colour is, amber, whatever it is. And every bride, every client, near enough, was like, I like that one because I can see you at work.
Yeah. You can see the decks, I guess, as well.
Yeah.
So there's Equinox, you can't see anything.
Can't see anything, yeah. And I like shiny stuff. Like, I've got nice pimp decks, like,
there's
for part of that reason. Nice. Yeah, so, like, I like to show it off. Otherwise, you get all the shiny stuff and, like, out there showing it off. Like, why can't the DJ, do the same thing?
Yeah.
I don't want to be... Have you seen those guys with CDJs in a guitar?
No.
Yeah, they built, like, a CDJ in a guitar, and they're, like, triggering the samples there. Yeah, and they're, like, scratching with it.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah, it's pretty nuts.
Yeah.
All I'm thinking
is
the
size of it.
Yeah, it's about like that big. I'll send you some pictures. I think. I think
Club Live gig.
Hey, you pays, I plays. Can't play the guitar though. I can't play any instrument. But I did used to play. This is a deep fact, and I don't know why it suddenly just came to me now. But I did start off playing the euphonium at school.
Nice. They always push those brass instruments on boys at a young age, right?
Well,
I was told, like, let's do this. You can basically play brass in church. Yeah. Like a long note competition. And for a boy, that's like, you're just there playing like trombone. Just like,
just
as
like
loud
full
as
tilt.
possible.
But I remember them saying it like maybe like year 2 or not year 2.
That's a big instrument as well.
Start of middle school. So year 6, year 4, year 5, year 6, that kind of time. Literally teacher went, right, what instrument is it? On the overhead projector or whatever it was. What instrument is it? Oh, it's a trumpet. Oh, who would like to learn the trumpet? And yeah, every boy was like, yeah, I'll play the trumpet.
Brassy,
associated
loud,
with brassy, loud, marching band style, da, 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 that kind of thing. And they literally put us in a line in the music, in the music room. And this is, fully free, pre-germs and, all of that stuff. They're like, right, now you play the trumpet. Now we'll try you on the... Yeah. And I blasted this trumpet. They literally snatched it off me. They're like, yeah, we're going to give you something bigger. I looked to either side and I was like, see? Next thing I know, I'm schlepping this fucking...
Yeah, that's the main thing about playing instruments, that everyone's always just like, whoa, what are you carrying?
Yeah. And just like, wait, like... But it was good fun. And it was like, that was where I started the awareness of other elements in music.
Right. So when you start DJing?
I did my first wedding when I was 13 years old on my own. Yeah.
That's intense.
Yeah.
Where did you grow up then?
Sorry?
Where did you grow up?
I grew up in Northwest London.
Okay.
I'm Northwest London through and through.
Yeah.
I was born in Twickenham, and then through one of the market crashes, we left Twickenham, and my family of 5. I was the oldest sibling. I got 2. I got a brother and a sister. We all lived in my nan's house in North Harrow.
Right.
In one room.
Right.
And and that was my musical thing with DJing. Was like my mum and dad were like fully musical people.
Yeah.
My dad was like Beach Boys, Rolling Stones, that vibe, and my mum was the other way, like lovers rock, reggae, ska, two-tone, like just heavy bass line, basically.
Right.
But they both had, fancy cars. They both had like Golf GTIs at one point. So I remember being thrown around in the back of the car when I was young and whatever. But the DJing started when my dad, who was a creative director, they were putting on my brother's football party. At school, like a school disco, but for the football team. And it was at Kodak FC, which was the ground at Harrow.
Okay.
It's all flats now, but yeah, they basically said to my dad, "Oh, can you hire some equipment in? This sort of technical stuff. We'll do the bar. You will do the decor. Can you take care of hiring some equipment in?"
Yeah.
They hired some equipment in this the hall was massive. If any Harrovians, it was Eastman's Hall. It held like 250 people.
Yeah.
They hired all the gear, but didn't hire a DJ.
Right.
And that day they were like, "We need someone just to play some tunes."
What decks are they are? It's like
they were Cam twin deck CD. It was a red metal like twin in a wooden carpet box.
Right. Which
is how the old school twin CD players used to be, like proper Disco Dave type.
Right.
Type thing. But yeah, so they literally said, "Does anyone?" And I had a few CDs at that point. I was like, "Yeah, I'll play some CDs."
Nice.
Because I've got loads of cousins, so like I had a Pure Garage Volume 2, I had a Party Animal music, whatever. I enjoyed I never enjoyed albums. I enjoyed compilations more than I enjoyed albums.
Me too.
Which is like, I think the first thing I was like, oh, this variety, I like this.
Yeah. That's the start of a DJ career, I guess.
Yeah,
those compilations.
Yeah, and then amassing, just the need for every Now album. But then go, oh, now that's what I call Christmas is out.
Yeah.
Now that's what I call R&B or disco or whatever it is. But yeah, so it literally started with that. And I said to Mum and Dad, I was like, I got people dancing. And then I was like, oh my God, like...
The feeling of it.
Yeah, I'm like, this is my church. This is it. Like, people are... I'm pressing play. They're going... And they're actually moving to what I'm... I was like, oh yeah, this is quite cool. And then, my mum, who was very chatty and very active on the PTA at school, there was 2 other DJs there, 2 dads. And they were like, oh, Marcus is, he played the Kodak party and this, that, and the other. The next thing I know, they're taking me out as like a, apprentice or whatever. I'll give you like a box boy, carrying the equipment and just sitting in with them. But the two DJs were very, very different. Very different. So one DJ was the typical pub DJ. He put his speakers on the table. He had an amplifier from a car boot.
Right.
And he was heavy on the mic, really interacting with people.
That tune was.
Yeah.
Whitney Houston.
And you love this, don't you? And really playing with the crowd and like wrapping them around his finger.
Right.
Then the other one was like, had the best equipment of everything. He just had like 50 lights all on this gantry, and on the gantry he put his CD wallets, his Case Logic 400 CD things and whatever. So he'd be DJing, pressing all this stuff, flicking the page, pulling out a master mix thing.
Yep.
And he was like the corporate Bath Road Christmas parties, all that kind of thing. I was like, yeah, I'm going to slot myself right in the middle of those two because he likes to hide and show off, and he likes to really understand the people and just play exactly what they want
Without saying much. Yeah.
You know, and just doing the best of those two. But yeah, and then I did my cousin entrusted me with her wedding and was like, just play all the music.
Mm-hmm.
And
Is that
it's
the similar decks, CDs?
It was all on CD. I mean, the CD, like the equipment was the equipment's the trap as a DJ. I don't know, is it the same with a sax player?
What do you mean?
Like with DJ, DJ decks are like
new stuff all
toys,
the time.
like computer games and.
We talked about this the other day about having decks that you just are comfortable with and just knowing them, the speed of them.
Yeah, once you find them. But do you do the same with saxes? How many saxes have you had, would you say?
In my professional career, one of each.
Really?
Yeah, guitarists are more like on it. Like Adam Bourne.
Oh, yeah.
He has like a guitar every 6 months.
It's like Chibos.
Yeah, it's mental. I don't know how he's got that much money, but yeah, for me, I've had my one since about 20.
Does it have a name?
No, I don't know if it's got a name. No, I don't think it has a name. P. Moria. Yeah, I've never named them. Never named them.
Oh, interesting.
But I don't know. For me, I like a particular sound.
Okay.
And I think maybe it's to my detriment sometimes. Maybe I should get a new one. I'm actually going to go after this and try some like Yamahas.
Oh, nice.
Because Yamaha's one of those companies that like does lots of things very well.
Yeah.
Like obviously motorbikes, the speakers are very good. Like I've got a lot of Yamaha PAs that sound amazing.
It's crazy to think.
And then saxophones. It's like, how do you...
Well, I was just going to say, it's crazy you could think, I could either go and buy an alto sax or a diesel marine engine from the same company.
Yeah, or a subwoofer.
It's amazing.
And it's quite a small company from what I've heard. Like
I think relatively, but I also think relatively, it's But yeah, no, that's a wild thing that you've only had one though.
So I think either a lot of the companies are either like Taiwan or Japan.
Right.
Kind of like make a lot of the good saxophones, and then France. Those are like the three places I would say. So like either Asian kind of countries that make really good saxophones. Like P. Moria is an Asian country, I think, from Taiwan. And then Yamaha's Japanese, and then there's Selma, just like the old school. I think it's almost like the thing of P. Moria is relatively new on the market. So I think what happens is, with my alto, I've been playing it for the set amount of time. You take it to a fixer and they're just like, what? This is just like falling apart. Because I think it's a relatively new company, they haven't got the skills at the moment to like make them so they last. Whereas Yamaha and Selma have been around for such a long time. Selma's been like the number one.
It's honed, isn't it? It's just...
and they know what they're doing.
Yeah.
It's almost like with vaping and stuff, you don't know what damage that's doing on a human body until someone gets to like 80, right? I'm sure it's a similar thing with saxophones. Like
maybe it just gives up the ghost. I had a really I can't remember who it was, but I had a chat with a sax player.
You can also get pedals for saxophones, which is quite a cool thing to do, like guitar pedals.
Really?
Yeah. So you can have like harmonies live. You can also have like doublers. You can have like octavers. You can have chorus live. So you can be in control of, almost like a guitarist would. Like, I've got a solo here. I'm going to put a different sound on. So you can.
That's
go
cool.
In. Yeah, because it's almost a bit like it would be on the record.
Well, the question
Because guitarists do that. Why can't sax players? Do you know what I mean?
Well, this is the whole thing. What's good? If it's good enough for them, why can't I do it?
Yeah.
But what's interesting with the saxophone I found, firstly,
you play with a lot of sax players, like DJ sax.
Yeah, an awful lot. And
obviously white keys have a lot, like Greg does.
White keys have a lot. Greg's an absolute ledge.
Absolutely, I've known Greg since I was like 20.
You should get him on this.
Yeah,
you should get him on this.
Yeah, he's a ledge.
Get him on this podcast.
A lot of people are scared to do podcasts, though. I don't know about Greg. I've not asked him, but a lot of people are a bit like, I don't know what to talk about. I
think I'm worried about anything being recorded.
Right.
And that's, I And I don't know why. The biggest reservation I've got is recording DJ mixes.
Right.
And it's mainly because I'm worried that I'll be judged on that performance, whereas I like to be judged on how many people are dancing in front of me.
Right.
Do you know what I mean?
I know
It's kind of like
it's a bit kind of clinical, isn't it? Just DJing to no one.
Yeah. I mean, if someone said to me, "Oh, right, you're going to record something in this room, DJ it," you know, and I think podcasting could be a bit similar.
Okay.
I think podcasting could be a similar thing. There's a level of like accountability, or once it's out there, it's once it's out of the box, there ain't no putting it back in.
Yeah, that's true. But also, you're not gonna come across as a dick. You're gonna come across as like
Unless you are a dick.
Yeah, I've not any dicks on yet.
Hey, I've got a list of people if you want.
We'll put them up in front of the screen.
Yeah. We'll start with the sax players.
Yeah.
No, I'm joking. No, but there was a sax player the other week who came off stage, and for the first time, so I was there, like, and I'm always there as well, feeling the
Just
vibe
you
of
and
the
him?
band.
Was
No,
it
this
him?
was with a band.
Right.
I can't remember who it was. It'll come to me probably just when we hit stop on the recording. But he just went, "So how did I sound?"
Wow. To you?
Yeah. And I was
Nice.
like, "Oh, mate, like, it sounded great." And I was just like, I mean, I don't know whether this is... Firstly, I always think with a question like that, and it was like a dep, so it was someone that I was too familiar with.
Right.
Because some people
Was it
go,
just him and horns, or was it trumpet and sax?
it was him and trumpet, and then I think there was 6 others in the band, couple of lead singers, so standard
Nice.
kind of band size. And he's there, he's papping away, he's done a few little licks and runs and stuff, and I've been filming a bit of the band, it's all good vibes. And normally, like, people I work with before, they go, "Did that sound off to you, or what was that?" Because I've heard them, heard them before, there's familiarity there. But this guy, I've never heard him play before, he just went, "So how did I sound?" It's like, "Oh, you sounded really great." It's like, "Yeah, but like, what was the sound like?" It's like, "Yeah, I mean, I could hear you. It cut not really nice. It sat really nice in the mix. The engineer knows what he's doing." I'm like, "What are you?" "Yeah, but how did it sound?" I'm like, then I'm trying to go through my mind. Like, I'm not a book smart. I didn't go to university. I'm trying to think of the words that he can.
Right.
But what words
They'll
do you
replicate
want
with
from me here?
Yeah, I resonate with him.
But what do you want me? Do you want me to actually judge it, critique it,
Yeah.
be constructive with it? Or are you setting me up to go, "Ha, gotcha, it's a 300 quid sax"? Like, what?
Yeah.
And I just went, "Yeah, it just sounded really poppy." He was like, "That's my new mouthpiece."
Okay, yeah. I was about to say, did he have a new mouthpiece?
And he pulled out this shiny, it was like shiny red and, like this like really funky, exotic looking
Yeah, I know the ones.
thing. Yeah? But I was just like, and do they make that much of a difference? Like, is it that much of a difference?
Yeah, can make a huge difference.
So, would you...
It's like it's the transition between you and the saxophone, as well as a reed, like the little bit of wood.
Yeah.
That makes a huge difference to the sound.
But how does the changing of your mouthpiece, is that's what's warranted being able to keep the same sax? Because then you can adjust your connection with the sax.
Yeah, or I just think like it's a lot of it is down to you as well. It's a lot of it down to like how you're playing. Are you being relaxed? Are you kind of like, have you got a particular sound in your head that you want to replicate? So a lot of it's about being just chilled. I was talking about this yesterday on the podcast about just like relaxing. Probably the same with DJing. If you're there, like I remember you saying before, like if you don't have your motor skills of the decks in front of you,
Yeah.
you're going to feel all rigid and be like, oh, I'm just a bit slow. I think it's that of just feeling like it's a well-oiled machine. And if you play every day, like a little bit,
Yeah.
like I find that's with DJing as well. If you just practice a little bit every day, even if it's just 10 minutes, that's way better than doing like an hour in one day. Same with the sax. Like if you feel relaxed,
Do you play every day?
try to, because it makes a
Okay.
big difference. Even if it's just like to my kids or like around the house or learning a new song.
How old are the kids?
So I've got 2 5-year-olds and then a 1-year-old.
And I mean, if you're playing sax at them every day,
Yeah.
it's beyond written in the stars, isn't it?
Yeah, they're very musical already. They're here, like, we put on Thriller today and last night, and you could just see my little boy just stood up in the bathroom, he's just like...
Just having it.
grooving on down.
That's amazing.
They're very musical already, like,
Yeah.
an appreciation of good music. It's a lot of good music floating around the house. We've got My Soul on the radio, just like banging out.
Amazing.
New soul all the time.
My Soul's a big station. My Soul's a
love it.
big
I'm obsessed.
station for me.
Yeah, I'm obsessed.
Yeah. And I saw you were at a festival That's my. I mean, I don't sit a lot on Facebook or
Which
Insta.
was the Camp Festival.
No, there was a festival that you played at, that your kids were at.
Oh yeah, that's Camp Festival.
Oh, that was
Yeah, with the DJ, the little DJ and sax set.
That must have been really.
It was mental.
Yeah, I think we spoke about it last time we were on a gig together, but that looked pretty.
It was intense. Just my kid, like one of them was like he had the headphones on because it was like, L acoustics, like 5 tops, 5 subs on each side.
Yeah,
so the sound was like ridiculous.
That's a lot for the fully developed human being.
Yeah, so he was there with headphones, and he was just like leaning on my wife, and he was just leaning back, just smiling, just like looking directly at me. And I was just
That's
like,
so
this is
good.
too much.
Those vibrations at that age as well.
Oh,
and
mate.
seeing Dad there.
Yeah, it was amazing. And my little ones were just running around. One of them didn't really care. One of them was like, "Yeah, Dad, go on."
Yeah.
The twins are like very different in personality. So it's
Like a
interesting to
yin
see
and yang.
them. Yeah, interesting to see them like develop.
Yeah.
And I wonder with twins as well if like that difference of personality is also the reason why maybe it's like nature and nurture. Maybe they are, because I hear lots of people say if they're very different personalities, and I wonder if that's like a survival mechanism for making them like different from each other in personality type.
Oh, I never thought about it like that.
Yeah, that's what I've been thinking about recently. I'm like, that's quite interesting because
if we're gonna have twins, we'll make one really musical and then the other one able to pay off their university bills.
Get a proper job.
Get both. Covering the bases.
So what do you do for the rest of the time? That's always the question, isn't it?
I mean, that's probably as a DJ. Like, if I had the choice, I probably would have twins for that scenario because it's survival, like covering all the bases. DJ sax.
You have a horn section.
I was thinking about this. Yeah. I was thinking earlier. I was like, oh, Max on sax and Marcus Bond. It's like a Maxi Bond. I was thinking Maxi Bond.
Maxi Bond.
Yeah, Maxi Bond. It could be an interesting hybrid. But it's always a pleasure playing with you, by the way.
Oh, thanks, man.
Like,
you
genuinely,
too.
it's just...
It didn't feel like we've done quite a few this year.
Yeah.
Or like, but it's not always me and you playing. It's like band, then you come on.
Yeah, sometimes we cross in corridors.
Yeah.
Either... So very often you're eating the food hot and I'm eating it cold, or I'm eating it hot and you're eating it cold.
Yeah.
Which is... it's always but it's always interesting on the sax thing. Is the most interesting thing to me is how many saxes people bring.
Right.
Because you're one sax man generally, aren't you? When you turn up to a gig.
Yeah, it depends on the gig. I think for DJ stuff, I'll do alto because it cuts through a lot more.
Right.
But every time we've done recently, it's been either Club Live or Lux, right?
Right.
So it's been like a band, and I find if you're an alto in a band, it gets in the way of the singers. So I'm thinking about it almost like in terms of the sound, and also on the records, a lot of the records, if it's horns, it'll be trumpet and tenor.
Right.
So I will play tenor on those because it sounds more appropriate.
Oh, so there is some method in that.
Yeah.
Okay,
Whereas
cool.
alto, if I'm with you, and I'm playing like, little licks or little melodies.
Just used to pop over,
I'll be playing alto because it's just soars a bit over.
Yeah.
But your tenor's a bit more kind of luxurious and a bit more... It's below... See, like a singer frequency, which is like between, 1K to 4K. And then like tenor is maybe like somewhere in the middle of that, and alto probably sits bang on. Where so you kind of get in the way.
Yeah.
Also, if you've not thought about your sound, a lot of alto players sound a bit shrill, whereas I'm always looking for like a very deep, kind of like fucking open sound, which is like very much the jazz. That's what like a jazz sound is, very like how many places in the room can we spread this sound to?
Yeah.
Whereas like more the classical sax is like a laser beam.
That's an interesting way of looking at it.
Yeah. So I'm always thinking about like particular, because I do produce and record quite a lot. I think my brain is often thinking about other things and how it sounds in terms of the mix.
Has that, because I find it with DJing, has the fact that you're, with the amount of hours you've had on sax and sax on gigs and recording and everything, has it ruined it for you for other like when you listen to other parts? Because I hear a lot of producers that say music is now, like a mechanical thing. You're picking out the flaws or, little things in it. Because I find it with mixing, when I hear DJ even slightly out, the crowd doesn't care. You
hear that slight like
crowd's
phrase.
nine glasses of wine, 2 Prosecco's, 1 Sambuca shot in. Doesn't matter. But I'm going, did you guys not just hear what I just heard?
Yeah. Why is it phasing?
Do you get like? Have you been a guest at a wedding and the sax player's been there and you're there? You're like, you're trying to have a good time, but you're like, oh,
Yeah.
Does
And
it
I think
ruin-
often it's like performance just as much as the music, as like, are they performing?
yeah,
Like, I think that's a big thing. Like
yeah. You
saying-
give it like your energy level is, and that's the biggest thing as well. Like if people are fully committed, like for me, I'm like if people are as committed as I am, or showing that they're more committed than I am,
Yeah.
it's great.
Yeah.
Because it's like, come on, we're all pushing forward here.
Yeah.
Like literally a steam train, like just chugging through and like getting it done.
Yeah. Because a lot of people who are not musical will think people listen with their eyes. And a lot of people who are musical will think the opposite, and I just play really well. But I think, from my experience over the years, it needs to be somewhere in the middle. So you need to
Totally.
look cool, give it energy, resonate with people,
Totally.
and also sound as good as possible.
Yeah.
If you get both of those, then you're ticking all boxes for the
Yeah.
crowd.
And talking of looking cool, you're always finding a pool side to do a little recording.
Or jumping in.
I can always see you. I didn't even know you've got a WhatsApp shop for your services on your. I was like, oh.
You could have
First-
booked me. You could have booked me for today.
I thought you were. Well, I thought you were trying to sell me something at first because you're like, why don't you book on the podcast? And then it's like option one. Do you want this? And we're doing I mean, I don't know if it was a buy one get one, but it was some kind of deal, sales driven thing. I'm like, you know,
Selling it.
you got to sell, right? And you've got to sell your set. And this is the other thing with the visual thing, because I find that it's the visual that people buy, that people are actually buying, whether they're musical or not. They're buying the visual of it.
Yeah.
Like for me, because I like to say I'm not a poser. I do like the odd pose, but I'd much rather a picture of the dance floor full than me looking cool with headphones not plugged in. You know what I mean? Like a photo shoot. I've never done a photo shoot.
Right.
Why did you say?
I said, oh, right.
Oh, right. Yeah. Because that's my, that's what I see as what visually sells something
Right.
rather than the mix. Like, I feel like if you sent a video of if you sent two bits of content, you sent a recording of me DJing and a video of people dancing to what I'm DJing, but without any audio.
Yeah.
I think more people are likely to book on the audience jumping up and down
Yeah.
for 3 hours solid
Yeah.
than listening to a mix on Mixcloud or
definitely.
whatever.
Also, you perform differently.
Totally.
And it's like a in the moment review, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's like real time review,
Yeah.
which is what more do you want, really?
It's
I guess that's why Function Band have done really well, because it's like they're one of the first people to start putting out just like the audio from a phone,
Yeah.
and then just literally like, oh, this is how we sound.
Yeah, and I mean it's also I find it's an interesting time where social proof media, which is like not edited or
Yeah, a
we're
bit
going to do
raw.
a thing, like just properly raw. It's okay if you miss the first part of the video recording.
Yeah,
It's okay if it ends abruptly.
yeah.
It's okay
People
if
don't
it's
care.
not. They couldn't give a shit.
No.
Like
And often if the audio is too clean, like I said, there's a couple of band members who are like proper muser about it. Like, we need the music, the audio from the desk. And it's like, people turn off if they think it's not you. Because even for just being too clean, like they'll just think that's not you playing.
yeah, totally.
Whereas like from a phone, but that also puts a lot of people out of work, like videographers.
Yeah, I mean, I was sitting with I was at the fish tank venue yesterday.
Right.
And I was sat in the crew room. Did you use the crew room when you
Yeah.
were there? That weird sort of painted concrete floor.
Yeah, it's very weird.
Yeah, I
Feels
sat
like a staff
there.
room.
Yeah, and I was on my laptop, and there was a social media video
Content
person
creator vibe.
who doing like a I'll deliver it for you this evening type thing, and then an actual video. So a real vlog, a social vlog.
They kind of hate each other.
And
You've
a
seen that
top.
before?
Well, the
Interaction's weird.
it was very. It was great to be.
Frosty.
It's great to be a fly on the wall. I'm eating my lukewarm crew food.
Yeah, nice.
They're selling photo albums for like £800. And I'm like, what? They're like, yeah, well, people just like they love to see that stuff. And then social person was like, oh, well, my clients actually, they can't stand that. They actually want this.
But they're playing for the same client there and then.
Well, the social was a gift from one of their bridesmaids.
Okay.
Yeah, it was a gay wedding, two women, lesbian wedding, and I think they were involved in media or advertising. So, and I think people are starting to. Have you been gifted as a sax player for anything recently? Because I feel like that's becoming a thing as well, where people are gifting services.
No. Not
Really?
yet.
You should start sharing your WhatsApp market, like, honestly, because people are.
Or
You know,
gifting, say, like a...
give the gift of a sax at the wedding, or
I get approached by like 95% brides. Like it's like 5% grooms. I say that's pretty much the people who contact me. And when it's grooms, it always feels just a bit like...
yeah,
don't know, it's
it's an interesting thing.
It's good because I generally interact with women better than I do men. I'm generally better at kind of chatting to women than men. I don't know why.
That's
Just I guess I'm not like a stereotypical man. So I guess that certain groups and certain men I find harder to do, kind of like to chat to than women.
I think in events and in music, I think they want different things.
Yeah.
Women in a sort of, I don't know the best way to put it, but like they almost want something because they want to be entertained. You know, in terms of like events and parties, like they're just like, I want you because I think me and my friends would love you. I think it'll be great.
Yeah.
Whereas blokes are like, I want to prove the fact that I can do this. Or there's
very
like
true. Those are the grooms I've had.
it's that kind of like, yeah, mate, you got this thing, got to make sure.
Yeah.
It's almost like got to make sure.
Can we choose what you wear?
Yeah.
That kind of vibe.
Yeah. And it's a real, like, it's almost like a power play.
Flex.
Yeah.
Sax flex.
Saxy flex. Yeah, look, I bought a sax.
Yeah, whereas women are like, hey, this is cool. Let's all party.
Yeah, just like, because they, it's the Pinterest, Instagram, kind of thing, isn't it? Where they just like, this is how I'm, envisioning it, and you are in that vision. So can we just have you?
It's an exciting time for that perspective, though, because I love making videos. I love making content.
I know you do.
That's really exciting.
And it's something you do consistently very well.
Okay.
Like you do consistency is the key. Mm-hmm. I actually
feel in my head like I'm not that consistent.
You're way more like you have to put yourself against the rest of your market, right?
Yeah.
I'd say you're the most consistent sax out there, but there's also a danger with consistency. As a DJ, I get quite aware as well.
Okay.
That people think that I'm only posting because I'm not busy.
That makes sense.
It's that kind of thing. But I've enlisted.
But the opposite could be true as well.
Well, this is the thing. Unless you put yourself out there, so it's like,
you got no gigs.
Yeah, but I've got a TikTok, Instagram person now.
Right. Yeah, you said about this.
Yeah,
is it
Emma.
Is it cousin or something?
It's my cousin. It's my cousin's best friend's daughter.
And she's a bit young. She's like, how old is she?
Emma, don't be mad at me if I get this wrong. I think 19.
Okay, that's a cool because like it's good to have someone younger with a kind
of
pulse on a different finger on a different pulse.
It blew my mind.
TikTok as well. It's like a different beast.
I mean, we've been doing a few sessions, so I
saw the review of the DJ equipment. That looked cool.
Yeah, thank you.
Decks.
I mean, that was my first taste of viral.
Did you see the difference between TikTok and Instagram in that? Like, as in
massive. I mean, it's a massive difference in audience, and you can't just have the same approach for both.
No.
But what's really interesting with what Emma has taught me, I don't necessarily like to be told, right? Like not. I don't mind being like, come on, let's do this. But like, she'll be filming a video, we've done those kit review and stuff. And I'll start the video within a second. I've just said one word, and she's like, no.
Pull your trousers up.
I'm like, no, I know what this stuff.
Yeah.
That's not what the audience is going to be expecting in the first 3 seconds of this video.
Yeah.
And it's really it's been a real eye opener.
That's high standards, though. I guess that's good.
It's high standard. I mean, it's really great, and it's beautiful that and lucky that I've got the opportunity to have someone to do it, because I would have never done it otherwise.
Is she musical?
Yeah, very musical person, very into festivals.
Nice.
And just landed a internship at BBC at Wogan House for BBC Radio.
Nice.
So working across a couple of departments over the year that she's there.
Nice.
So she's very
Doing
musical. Combination of like communications, marketing, content. Like
Club Live have got a similar thing. To be fair, they've got like a younger.
I've seen them floating
content
around.
creator.
I've seen them floating around.
18, 19-year-old.
And that's what you want. And what I found interesting is, you know, when you're leaning over the shoulder, you know, like while you guys are playing, and I'm looking at what kind of angles she's, you know, what she's going for. Totally different to what a 35-year-old would be thinking to
her
focus
and Chloe
on.
are kind of working together, like spearheading that kind of what looks good.
And look, it's working.
Yeah. Their TikTok's starting to blow up as well.
And it's
a different vibe to Instagram.
What I find really funny as well is that TikTok, you never know what's actually going to hit.
No. I feel like that with most social media, though, to be honest.
I think there's no rhyme or reason, really, but consistency is what... If you can get into a regular groove or a certain style of content, like I like your, you know, your solo sax stuff, but you're kind of accompanied in the sense that, you know, you got music going on and but you sit at the right amount in the video. If that makes sense.
Is that the travelling ones or is that?
Yeah, the travel ones where you're all over the joint.
Yeah.
You know, it's a nice mix of like, you know, there's certain sax players who are like, if the camera's here, they're just like, look at me, blah, 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 blah. You know, or they're wearing disco suits and all that. Have you thought about Mirabal suit, little something?
No, I used to do LED sax. That was big for a while, and I just thought like, it's just a bit gimmicky now. And also, you like generally would have a terrible saxophone that you pay like £100 for, and you just strip.
But again, people are booking the visuals though.
I know, but
people buying the visual
of
it.
Though. I think it is, personally.
Yeah.
That's almost like too far. You know, we're saying about the balance of sound versus what it looks like. I think that's too far that way.
I mean, the
thing
thing
will sound a bit shit as well because my saxophone that I got was.
But the interesting thing is how. But if I came to you, I said, Maxi babes, Maxi Bon, Maxi babes, I need.
Yeah, my name's Max Johnson as well.
Maximum Johnson.
Yeah. Middle name, Schlong.
No wonder why you've never got on with men. They've been watching your videos. They were like, I don't know you.
My dad's name is Richard as well.
Oh my God, it gets better.
And we both got tiny penises.
Hey, it's only taken 18 podcasts. We got there though. Breakthroughs. No, but let's say I came to you and I was like, look, Max, I've looked on your menu on WhatsApp and I need an LED sax. It's not on the menu.
Yeah.
Are you straight knowing me? But then if I said to you, well, what will it cost?
I don't get asked that though.
Really?
I get asked from one event planner that does it a bit. But
right. Have you not thought just to go, well, if you want me to do that, it's going to be this much? Because
there's a sax group and someone put in the other day about would you perform naked? That was the inquiry. Like I know that he said I
with
think
a baritone maybe.
Yeah, I think you started the thing. Depends how tall you are as well.
Oh yeah,
if you're small, baritone's going to be like by your feet.
Just a long strap.
Yeah, that's it. But I think they put like, oh, I don't want this to sound. I really respect musicians. That was like the first line, but would you perform naked? And we were like debating how much you have to pay to perform naked at a party.
But anything, I've come from a background where everything has a price.
Yeah.
Literally everything.
Yeah.
Like, are you telling me for
would
a
you
million...
DJ naked?
Pay me enough money, yeah.
Right. What would your price be though?
100K.
That's quite good money, isn't it? If you think about
That's what I mean.
I'd have to clear it with my wife first because she would say they're just doing that so that you can fuck after. I think that's the thing, isn't it?
Well, you know.
That's not included in the price.
Yeah, but that's but then, for example, if the discussion is with the missus,
because it'd probably be a sex party, right? 9 times out of 10, or maybe 8 times out of 10.
Yeah,
something a bit rogue.
There's something is awry.
Yeah, something's
definitely awry with that inquiry, but you know, there's a market for everything.
I was going to say, have you got any? I heard someone ask me this at event the other day. Have you got any amazing event stories that were like outrageous? Where something was just like, oh my God, this is crazy. Because you hear those apocryphal tales, don't you, of people, like grooms, like breastfeeding on the mother. and then the bride like walking in to the toilet and being like, "Wedding's off."
I mean,
I don't know if that's true.
I had a wild one 2 years ago where it was an Italian English wedding.
Right.
When I say Italian English, they weren't half Italian, like full like Del Monte.
Yeah.
Full Del Monte. That could be the Italian strippogram.
That's it.
So it was like Italian, you know, like my surname's Lucenzo and all that. It's like, you're not Italian, you bunch. You know, like fully Essex, but really nice people. Like,
I was going to say Essex.
Like, right, DJ, we're ready to give you some, you know, whatever. And then literally, it was a bit frantic, and they were like, where's the green room? There's no green room. All right, fine, whatever. I'm not precious. Take my suit, go to the bathroom, get changed in the toilets, whatever. I'm just getting it done. Go into it was at Highlands House.
Right.
In the marquee, you know, they've got a big marquee there. So the toilet's not that, you know, it's obviously an afterthought, like, oh shit, we need toilets here somewhere. Anyway, small bathrooms. And I walked in, I had my suit jacket, and I literally just burst through the door. And there was 3 dudes there, all racking up on the sinks.
Right. And this was just in the like open toilet that was like an open portaloo.
No, it wasn't a portaloo. It was in the marquee. It was in the. It wasn't a marquee. It was like a semi-permanent bathroom structure type thing. And I just burst through the door, and the sinks were in a line here. So it wasn't bursting into a cubicle. It was bursting into the public toilet, main bit. And they were all literally. This was at midday.
Nice.
All literally about to go down and snort this cocaine.
Yeah.
And I went through and I went, oh, sorry. They went, all right. And they literally just hoovered it up in front of me. And I was like, oh.
This is fine.
Like, you guys are ready to party.
Yeah.
And they were like, yeah. You know, like, just like, so that was pretty wild in terms of like, oh, you're doing this fully out in the open. Like, there's a ruthlessness there. But there's been some, I don't know, has there been some really crazy stories? Things that I wish I'd, things that I've kind of probably blocked out of my memory.
Right.
You know, chasing, like DJing traveller parties back in the day when I was a teenager.
I've heard some wild stories.
Like, I did a couple. Yeah, I mean, I'm a Northwest London boy, right? So naturally, like, you know, oh, I live in Pinner. It's all well and good saying you live in Pinner, which is next to Harrow.
Yeah.
You don't have to go far from Harrow to get to Northolt. You don't have to go far from Northolt to end up in Hayes. Do you know what I mean? So it's like, you know, so I used to do these communion parties when I was like 18, 19. I had a 1 litre 1995 VW Polo.
Nice.
3-door that I used to put the kit in. Mm-hmm. I remember turning up for this traveller party in this, it was like a football club or something. They were like, oh, get there at 12 o'clock, we'll be done by 5.
In the day?
Yeah, in the day, on like a Sunday. We'll go to church and then it's like one of those.
Nice.
Turn up and party's all like fine, I'm playing God knows what. They've all come in, you know, fully makeup and dresses looking like those toilet roll covers and all that. And I'm like, cool, you're just having a little party. That's when you're thankful for having a DJ booth. Because you're fucking hell, I've got something here. Gets to like 4 o'clock and now everyone's steaming drunk. And I'm like probably 19 at this point. And guy comes up and he goes, big, thick set Irish dude, really red face, and just goes, can I get you a drink? Oh, I'm all right, thank you, I'm driving. He's like, no, let me get you a drink. I'm like, all right, I'll have a lager shandy then.
Yeah.
He's like, no, I have a lager. I was like, okay, fine, I'll have a lager. I'll have Foster's or whatever. He brings me the Foster's and he gives me £20 and he just goes, for the next half an hour, just stay behind the DJ booth. And I was like, all right, cool.
Were you moving around before that?
Was I hell?
No.
Is my name Max on sax? Giving it some, you know?
Rude.
No, I was like, yeah, that's fine. I wasn't going anywhere or whatever. Then these shirts come off and a grudge match, bare knuckle fight takes place on the dance floor of this communion. And they are hitting each other so hard, I'm like flinching. Because it's making this...
And your music's still playing at full volume though? And you can
still playing. Still playing.
Just hear this.
I'm just hearing like, you know, like when someone literally cracks their head on a brick on a brick wall or whatever, and you go, ooh, and it's like that the whole time. And I'm
They're
just like,
still standing up.
and they're still going for it. And then after about, it felt like ages, but it was probably only about 20 minutes.
20 minutes.
It felt like they were going at it for ages, and there was a few other people who were, you know, it stopped for a bit. It wasn't any rounds or ding 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 or anything like that, but I felt like it was a we haven't settled it yet,
Right.
type vibe.
Yeah.
And then so they're going at it for ages. It felt like ages anyway. I'm like, oh, please can this stop? Please can this stop? Then that's all. That all wraps up. The guy comes over and went, "Thank you, son." I see the two guys who are now just like, you know, bleeding, the eyes wrecked and whatever, and they just shake hands and they go and get a drink together.
Jesus.
It's like, this is mental. And it gets to like
play
6.
the Rocky theme over and over again.
I think I played the Benny Hill, actually. Yeah. But then it got to the end of that party, and I remember this. This was the first time someone
Because
tried.
that's at 4 p.m. and you had like an hour left.
Yeah, and it got to like 5:30, and he was like, yeah, just keep going. And I hadn't been paid at this point, because this was like...
Cash vibes.
Yeah, pure cash vibes. You know, like
50
back in
quid
the
coming
day.
up.
Yeah, basically. I think back in those days, you could book me with kit to turn up for £180.
Nice.
Like, and DJ for like... Which for a 19-year-old...
That's good.
Like, yeah, good going.
Yeah.
But
Got 20 quid tip as well.
yeah, exactly.
For the
So,
boxing.
but I hadn't been paid yet, and I was like, "Yeah, I'll give you another half an hour, 45 minutes, or whatever." And he goes, "Can you do it?" You just went, and he's smashed at this point. The dad,
The big.
no,
It's a different guy.
The big guy was just some guest at the party.
Nice.
It's like, we're settling this now. But this was the main, like the dad of the girl having the communion or whatever it was, and he just says, "Keep going, keep going." It was like 10:30 by the time I
Wow.
stopped the music, and then because the bar were like, right, these guys are literally,
Yeah.
they're literally just falling over. You know, like the characters out of it, it's a knockout. They're literally just going over. Yeah, just like. Anyway, I realised I hadn't been paid, started packing up. I could see him getting in the cab. And I'm like, shit. And I run outside. And they're manhandling him into the cab. He's that smashed.
Right.
I go, you need to pay me. He goes, I don't know if you weren't getting paid.
Whoa.
I don't think you deserve it. And I was like, pay me. And then he
That's pretty
pulled
bold
out.
for a 19-year-old to say it like that.
Yeah, I think that the thing is, when I was 19, I'd already been DJing for like 5 years. I'd already been doing
you'd
this
seen some
dance of
things.
like, yeah,
Right.
you know, DJing in pubs, DJing GAA clubs,
Yeah.
not GAY clubs, GAA clubs, underage.
Right.
I was DJing in pubs when smoking was still legal indoors.
Yeah, I was playing sax in pubs like that. It's mental. You get home in the suit, you're just like, oh.
Yeah, it's wild. But like, after seeing all of that stuff, and there'd be loads of things that happened along the way of that journey, like dealing with travellers and stuff.
Right.
But that was the wildest one. And then for him to go, I don't know, or I haven't got the cash. I go, I know you've got the money, and I'm keeping the cab door open. And then he pulls out this wad of like, it was £10 notes, 10s and 20s, but it was like big, like enough to be like this much, a couple of thousand quid, easy. And he's taking a £10 and then, you know, it's just paper notes days.
Yeah.
And he was holding it up, making sure he wasn't giving me two.
Yeah.
Giving me one at a time, just like. So then every traveller thing I did, you know, I've done since, it's just been, yeah, you pay me up front.
Yeah.
Like, simple as that.
I've had mates who've done a similar thing with like
Yeah.
at the end bottles just like flying,
Yeah.
free, and then just being like last song like packing already packed like one speaker up in the car and there's one like rogue speaker kind of left.
Yeah, ready
And
to
at the
make
end,
a
they
run
just
for
go
it.
like
Just make a
absolute
run
peg
for it. I did one at the Langley Banqueting Suite in Watford a couple of years later. And the Langley Banqueting Suite manager, I don't know if it's the same owners,
Right.
so I'll be careful what I say.
Yeah.
But at the time, let's just say everyone was his customer, which is fair enough. You got a venue to run. But he put like, and this is like central Watford, right? You know where the ring road is?
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
like an upstairs function room.
Okay.
And
There's a few of them around there, right?
yeah, there's a few
Central
like,
Watford.
yeah. But this particular one, he goes, oh, we've got an Irish wedding. I was like, this isn't an Irish wedding, it's a traveller wedding, mate.
Yeah.
And then all these Watford bouncers turn up. And I'm not joking, he had a bouncer stood every 10 metres around the room.
Right.
They still drank the bar dry. they still wreaked absolute havoc. And the bouncers are like, we're not getting involved in this shit.
These people can fight.
Yeah.
It's not worth it.
Yeah, this is the whole
They've been
thing.
boxing since the age of 4 or something.
Totally. The wildest thing that's happened on an event, it was a gun going off and someone getting shot. Yeah.
That's pretty big.
Yeah, that's pretty big.
What's that? In similar
That happened at a rave in Park Royal. That was more when, because I do production when I'm not DJing, and I was supplying lighting and UV for a big foam party, for a big dance hall reggae rave, and it was in a warehouse in Park Royal, like an old tyre shop.
Were you near the DJ when it happened? Near the decks or something?
No, I was by the foam cannon.
Right. And you're this.
I was by the foam cannon. The amount of foam they put in the room, the foam was like 3 foot in this room. Yeah. There must have been about 1,000 people, 800 to 1,000 people in this room.
Probably a good place to shoot someone.
Yeah,
no one could see anything.
Oh, it was pitch dark apart from like UV and a couple of lasers basically that I'd put in on this like 6 meter truss gantry.
Right.
And there was only one single door in or out. Everything else was chained shut because it was literally like a break-in type job, or like someone had the front key, you know, like maintenance security or whatever.
Yeah.
And a gun went off, and I was by the foam cannon on this stage, and I remember just like running to the back of the stage, and I was with my mate, and I remember losing my mate, but going into full survival because the gun went off, I think 5-6 times.
Oh wow!
It was like bang, 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 or something like that.
Jesus!
But it only happened when the foam got to 3 foot high in the room, and the plug sockets in a warehouse, you know, they're always like above, you know, like for access. The foam or liquid had got into the power and tripped the power. The power tripped and put the emergency lights on. When the emergency lights came on, apparently these gangbangers realised that the enemies were in the room.
Oh, fucking hell. And they were like...
So everyone's storming for it. Everyone's scrambling for the front door. I went, well, I'm not going to get out the front door. It's going to take me ages because I'm at the back of the room. Sorry?
Fire exits?
They all chained shut.
Oh, fuck.
Because
the police couldn't come.
Well, it was an unoccupied building.
Right.
So everyone was running out the front. And I remember being at the back of the room, hidden behind the stage. And then I get a call from my mate, who was with me at the time. And he goes, where are you? I went, like, clambered like in a back corner, hidden behind some flight case lids or a cable trunk or whatever. I'm like, I'm still in the room. Like, where are you? He goes, I'm at the Asda. I went, Asda? I said, you were literally right next to me. He'd Forrest Gumped it.
Went out.
He said, I climbed over people. He just went for it. And the Park Royal Estate, I'm not joking, he must have run 3/4 of a mile just in a record time. Like, he must have just...
That's like that autopilot where you just...
Full autopilot mode. But yeah, that's probably the wildest thing that's happened in an AV...
That's pretty
production-related thing. Yeah, that's pretty wild.
Any kind of gun-related things. In the UK as well.
Haven't done any for that guy since, that promoter.
Why not? That's, mad timing that everything. You just see everything. They go, that's literally my enemy.
Yeah, that was wild. For it to happen in Northwest as well, that's a South thing. You know?
We don't shoot.
Like, please. Please, we have decorum here.
Yeah.
You know? But yeah, that's probably the wildest thing. What about you? What's the wildest thing that's happened on one of that you're allowed to talk about?
Not as wild as that. I'd say there's a couple of like funerals I did were a bit kind of rogue. Like playing like...
But celebration of life or actual in the...
It felt a bit gangstery. And it's a bit like, just like playing in front of the funeral car. I kind of told this on the Chloe one as well, like walking in front of the funeral car. Didn't know I was going to do this, so I got to the gig and it's like at someone's house, everyone's there in the front room eating sandwiches, all just terrifying big men. And I'm just there, like I was 18, so I wasn't very confident. Didn't really have that much ability in myself or like anything.
What was the culture of the wedding?
Sorry,
of the funeral, sorry.
So they're kind of like I say, just like loads of white guys from Croydon. But it was like, they were very scary and felt like a bit gangstery. And like, they said, can you play Stairway to Heaven, Led Zeppelin song? But I was like, I didn't know when. So I kind of got there, and it's like next to the massive main road in Croydon. They're like, right, can you get your sax out now? So I had to get my sax out and play Stairway to Heaven walking in front of the funeral car like this, with like cars zipping past me like this. Guys in front of me in like the little bowler hat and stuff. And he's like, can you walk faster? I'm like, I've never done this before, mate. So I'm there having to like walk, bowl along like that, playing a tune that I don't really know, and it's Stairway to Heaven, so it sounds a bit shit on sax anyway.
What on earth?
And then we get to the church gig, get to the church, and they're like throwing dirt on his coffin and stuff. And I'm there, like, don't really know any appropriate songs. So
Who was the deceased? A victim of a shooting in a Potwell warehouse?
Playing these songs, and I'm just like, I don't really know any songs, so I'm playing some obscure jazz. And you can literally hear him, like, muttering under the breath, like, what the fuck is this shit? And then I finished, and then I got paid, like, 50 quid.
What? I mean, that's pretty... I mean, that's pretty...
But again, it's those moments where you just, like, I feel a little bit scared, like, kind of for various reasons. A little bit kind of.
But it's character building, though.
It is.
The thing is,
it hardens you, that kind of stuff.
Yeah, totally. And
you always see fight, like, I've seen lots of fights and, like, stuff happen between people, which starts, like, playfully, and then by the end of the night, it's like, you know, dance floor's covered in blood.
Drugs and alcohol really wreck people.
Oh, mate.
Like, and
before and after as well. You see the before of, like, oh, hello, how are you?
We watch them fall into this, like, people. You know, you'd argue that they become their true self or somebody else, but either way, the room when you started with this 100 or however many people, is completely different by the end of it.
Especially when it comes to you, like coming to chew your ear off and stuff, it can get just a bit.
I get left, and this is the other thing as well. Like I get abandoned. Like the DJs get literally abandoned sometimes.
Yeah.
In these private events,
with no security,
catering's gone.
Yeah.
Bar staff pretty much gone, and they've just left drinks on the.
Yeah.
You know, if they just want to, you know, keep going, and those are the scariest ones for me. Like the Kent Coast, you know, when they go, oh, it's a marquee on the Kent Coast, or it's in Sussex in their, you know, it's on their land, or it's on so and so's farm, and I'm like,
there's no one there.
Oh no, this is gonna be.
I had one once where a guy grabbed the sax and wouldn't let go. That was a bit of like, but it was in a club, so it was like just grabbed the neck of the sax, which is quite delicate anyway. And he literally would not let go.
See, I would just walk. If that happened to me with a sax of which I've only had one.
But if I walk, then it breaks. Because if he moves too much.
No, I mean, but the moment he's let go, I'm gone. I'm just like.
Yeah. I just had to grip. I think at the end, I just grabbed his, like, the front of the back of his neck and just, like, screamed in his ear.
The thing is, big. You're a tall bloke.
Yeah.
You're not exactly a.
He was just gone, though. He was in another world.
Oh, right, okay. Was he hanging on, as in, like.
I'm going to try and play it kind of vibe, like pull it towards my mouth, that kind of thing. And so it was, you know, it was that point where...
You'd almost want to put it in his gob just so he can ram it down.
Well, yeah, I think the only thing that woke him up was screaming in his ear, because I literally got like that close to his ear, because he wouldn't let go.
Yeah.
My face was quite close to his, so I just screamed as loud as I could in his ear, and then he kind of just went like, oh, and then he walked off.
See, if you had an LED sax, you could just leave him with.
Or I could have just gone like...
If you had a light-up LED sax, go on. You know, like the little Tyco steering wheel next to mum and dad's steering wheel.
Someone's that fucked and you hit them. Or if like, you hit them wrong and they land and they, you know...
But it's your fault.
Yeah, and if they land on the floor wrong, they can get really hurt.
But I can really passively... I don't know whether I should declare this as a DJ, but that's the other thing as well. We can steer, like, that room mood very quickly.
Yeah.
And that's something that, like, I've always said on... You know, on my, when Emma encourages me to do TikToks, my biggest thing for DJs wanting to get into events is having your eyes open and having an awareness of what's going on.
What's that thing of what you were saying earlier about the DJ booth as well? That makes a huge difference, not being like...
Yeah, totally.
Hiding behind all that shit.
Well, it's not being behind, but even if you are, whether you're hidden or not, just being aware of what's going on.
Yeah.
Because you might be playing... I mean, let's take Freed From Desire, for example. You've got the crowd at level 10 energy. They're jumping up and down. They're not necessarily in full control because no one's playing that at 7 o'clock. They're playing it at 10:30, 11, 12. So they're jumping up and down, absolutely giving it some. You immediately think, right, there's 3 songs. There's a few songs I know I can go into now which maintains this energy.
Show Me Love, same key.
Yeah, Show Me Love. Samba de Janeiro is one of my favourites because it like follows the instrumental kind of vibe. Mm-hmm. But whichever tune it is, are those banging, banging, banging songs. Mm. But if you're in a place of danger, or like for example, drinks are flying this way or whatever, you have to be ready to go. I'm gonna have to put the brakes on this party, and that's what I do on the Kent Coast ones and stuff.
Right.
You set people into an autopilot
Going to Dancing Queen.
Well, not you don't go as far as that. Because that's where the art is. You have to do it without them realizing that you're doing it.
Yeah. Have you seen that video of that guy? Where
Oh, mate, turn down for what?
Turn down for what?
Yeah, I'm waiting for the opportunity to do that.
It's so fucking good.
You know,
He obviously knows the DJ as well because he's like, oh, you fucking.
Yeah, but I've done it. I've done that kind of thing a few times. Out of you know, song. All I do is win. We no matter what.
Yeah.
And then everybody, all the hands go up.
Yeah.
And then there's literally a pause.
What?
Yeah, and they're
That's
waiting
an
for
intro,
the,
it works really
and
well.
they stay there, and they stay there. You could drop into, yeah. I've dropped into Careless Whisper from that before.
That's just as inappropriate. I like that.
Yeah, the best one that I've dropped from that is Somebody Else's Guy, Jocelyn Brown.
That sounds like it would work though. What, into the actual groove?
No.
Or
I've literally started from the top.
Nice.
Yeah, and that's the other thing as well. DJs are very afraid of silence. Like,
I'm glad you said that. I played with a DJ like for a prolonged period where like every time there was a silence or quiet bit, it's like sax. And I was just like,
yeah,
nah, mate, chill out.
No, let it breathe. Let the whole thing breathe.
I did do. I used to do more like play for Morning Glory, which is a sober rave, and there's a guy called Miles who used to play there, and he left so much space at the end of songs, but it let you kind of just like sometimes it's a real nice respite.
Yeah, totally.
Just being like, oh, and then into the next one.
You can just have a moment. Like, I wouldn't lean on it, but it's one of the things in the, in the artillery.
I think people think it's an insecurity thing about like, I can't do silence. I think people think it's a mistake.
I think it's a real I think once you can use silence as a DJ, I think that's when you know you can you've got full control.
Yeah.
And you don't even need technical ability to use silence.
Even just a little bit of echo at the end, just waiting.
Literally, yeah, just let it roll out. You know, the end of Mr. Brightside, you know, the pre-record of Brightside. Bow, bow, bow.
Yeah.
And it literally leaves you open to take it in any direction that you need to take it in. Which is like, you know, I think as a band as well, like bands are very much like they've got their set pieces that roll one into another, into another, into
they don't
another.
like to leave silences.
I think it's nice to have just a few little moments. Mm-hmm. But I think maybe that's the live music element of that DJs can bring in.
Right.
Is that little gap between, you know.
I think people are afraid of that. They're definitely like in the Israeli world, I feel like it's very much just like keep going. There's not too much silence. They don't really like as many gaps.
I mean, you guys are up and down like go-go bunnies as well. Like you actually make me.
It's like marathon training, though. That is.
It's dizzying reading the Excel spreadsheet with all this color coding and this and that and the other, which is nice. I know when you're coordinating that many people, but seeing you jump up doing, running, getting on stage, and then it feels like it's been like 8 minutes, and then you're back again.
Yeah.
You know.
If that.
Oh yeah. No, we just did the intro, and now we're back here, and then now we're doing this, and now we're doing that, and then now we're doing this.
Especially being in the band as well, like male members of the band, because obviously the females aren't allowed for certain things, certain parts of it. Yeah, definitely. And then you do like all the formalities, all like the national anthems. Starts to kind of add up. Yeah. But it is good training though, because you learn a lot of fucking tunes. So when you go to other bands, it's a bit like, oh yeah, that's cool. Like generally, there won't be anything much that surprises you because you've been.
I was going to say the Jewish show bands are like, I feel like as a musician or entertainer, they're pretty much I would describe as a pinnacle in terms of like, if you can get to that performance level.
Yeah.
You know, creatively, the stamina, the understanding, the awareness.
Confidence to kind of perform as well.
Yeah, I feel like it's not that it becomes downhill, but it becomes a very dominant skill that you can use to for other things.
Another gigs seem like a breeze.
Yeah.
Because you go and do 245s and you're like, is that the start?
Yeah.
Is that the first two sets?
Yeah, well, I did an event yesterday. We'll keep everyone anonymous, but said to the DJ goes, oh yeah, I've got sax coming later. I was like, oh yeah. Like, I'm just supplying the equipment for this guy. I've got sax coming later. I went, oh yeah. He goes, I went, oh, the dancing starts at 8:30 and finishes at 10:30. You know, it was like Thursday wedding type vibe. Oh, it starts at, we'll start the first dance at 8:30 and then it's literally last song at 10:30. You've got sax playing. I went, oh, is he just doing like coming in and out? He went, No, he normally does bar mitzvahs. He's going to work the whole 2 hours because I'm paying him the same amount. I was like, oh, you bastard.
2 hours straight.
I was like, you bastard. Obviously, you know, he's taking moments and stuff.
Yeah.
But it was on like pretty much full thing. But sax player was cool with it because it was like, cool, this is cool.
Sometimes burst of sets can be cool though.
Yeah, for sure.
So ALR do a lot of that, like hour and a half.
Yeah.
Power set. See you later.
Smash through. I actually like it when bands do full sets.
What, like 3:45s or 3?
No, I like when they do a full continuous set
Okay.
because I
Gives
feel
you a
like
bit of room as well.
it gives me room, but it's also like you guys then have full control of the crowd.
Well, that's what like artists would do, right? So if you went to see a pop act, they'd
Yeah,
do
totally.
like a smash through, like Robbie
You
Williams,
wouldn't-
2 hours
Yeah.
and a bit.
The only time you would see that is like, you know, Dua Lipa, I think, nailed it with her, you know, bringing guests in from each country.
Right.
I think did Taylor Swift do it as well?
I don't know.
But, you know, having little moments where you've got a different,
Yeah.
you know, singer. I think with the Israeli stuff, that's what I really like when you've got, you know, like a specialist
Israeli singer.
singer.
Some of them are amazing as well, like tone of their voice and the way it sounds, just
Yeah.
incredible. This guy called Adam Lahav that we used. He's from Tel Aviv. Like, the sound he gets, it's like, such a rich tone.
And it's exactly that. It's like it's literally like vintage red wine.
Yeah, you can hear the history.
Yeah, and that's, you know, and it's amazing. But having them then come and do a dance set, you know, when they do like the full Israeli thing, so they do the Israeli pop.
Yeah.
It's adds a really nice.
I like all that music as well, though. There's a lot of cool like melodies in that.
Yeah,
a lot of strong melodies, like Tel Aviv, and like an example, things like Bel Beliatov. There's a lot of really cool.
Yeah.
It's all just like good sequential memories. Sorry, melodies, not memories. Melodies that just work really well.
I just love that Persian, like, you know,
sound.
that Persian, that percussive.
Yeah, me too.
You know, like that kind of vibe. It's really sort of like, you know, it kind of leans into that reggaeton transition for me. So it's really nice to, it's really nice to actually play it. It's nice to play it, and I'm glad in a way I don't understand the language.
Right.
Because then I'm just picking the tunes on the beats.
Yeah, you listen to I don't hear lyrics though. Supposedly there's like 50-50 that like hear melody or lyrics within people. Do you hear lyrics when you hear music?
No, I'm hearing literally the percussion and the bass.
Right.
Like that to me is what drives the dance floor.
Yeah.
The percussion and the bass, and then constantly, like that's almost like where my heart is, in the percussion and the bass, because of the reggae influence that my mum had. But then also what reggae had for me at an early age was the storytelling vocal. So I like storytelling vocals rather than really repetitive like vocal work.
Like house music. It's kind of more like, a lot of it's more repetitive.
Yeah, but like...
Apart from like Show Me Love and stuff. But
yeah, so that's a perfect example of it, right? Freed From Desire is na 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 na. Whereas Robin S is, you know, I'm tired of getting caught up in this, you know, like it's actually describing, so, you know, an experience or something that's happening, you know, and that storytelling, it's nice doing all the different cultures that I do, which is like Bhangra, Bollywood, because I play all of that, and I do henna ceremonies, I do, you know, which is all Arabic, all Arabic vibes.
The bass lines on Bhangra and the bass lines and the
It's
percussion,
just
it's
mental,
just like
man.
that kind of swing. It's really hard to compete because we did a gig the other day where it's like Bhangra DJs, and then we came on and did like
You need to
like
be
Western
on first.
music, and then it would go into that, and it's like fucking hard to compete, especially when they're banging the fucking volume.
Oh, they're
and that
smashing.
bass, and it's like, ugh!
They're smashing.
Such
the
a
absolute-
swing to it.
Yeah. You can't help but move.
Yeah, it's unreal. And then you just see that like everyone on the dance floor just be like,
Yeah.
as soon as that starts.
Yeah, and it's so funny. Like, I mean, I get it. Even though I'm Anglo-Indian heritage, but when I'm playing it, and when I'm, you know, fully shaven and whatever, I've got phones in my face going, "I can't believe you're playing this music." Da 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 da. Because they're used to it being typical, you know, of, you know, if I'm playing, if I'm playing Bhangra, which is Punjabi influence, which are the whiskey drinkers, the lamb chop eating, the people who really party. I say party, but they've got a Western approach to partying.
Yeah.
Red meat and alcohol. Yeah. You know what I mean? But, when they're like, when you're playing those beats, within the first bar, they're already turned, they're coming to the dance floor, and it's done. Like, it's done.
High energy.
Just high energy. And you just have to keep smashing at it.
Yeah.
There's some amazing, amazing Asian DJs that I can't help but, there's a lot of DJs where you'll look at their socials and stuff, but there's people like Harry, guy called DJ Harry from Ritzy, like the way he's smashing beats together, and there's literally hundreds of people on the dance floor, just absolutely having the best time.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I think all those different influences, but I like being ignorant to what the words are saying, because it allows you to focus on the rhythm.
Yeah.
Because then it's like, is this rhythm going to make people dance more than this song? Because I'm thinking a song at a time. So I'm just like, will this one be better than the last one?
Right.
And that's how I build a set.
Right. Song by song. Your brain flicking between next like options as well.
Yeah, it's like
Constantly
a big...
keeping your head up, looking at different options of what's
It's like a
next.
tree with branches, basically. And I've just realised that you're full between two ferns here.
Come on.
Kind of vibe.
That's that guy. What's his name? Zach Gillenafis. He's got that.
Yeah.
That's definitely how you say his name, but
Yeah.
he's got that thing between the ferns, right?
Yeah.
He's got to rinse his...
But you couldn't be like that because you're not insulting enough to me. You're too complimentary.
Not yet.
Yeah. Give it some time. Give it time. Wait for
After this pan of chocolate.
Yeah. I need to get involved in this pan of chocolate, actually. But yeah, I lost my train of thought just then.
Talking about melodies and not knowing the lyrics.
Yeah, like...
And about song by song, thinking about...
so the songs are like the trees. So every song I'm playing, I'm like, okay, what have I played before that I think could go well for this? And this reverts back to the reading the room as one person. The room is one person to me. It's not.
What do you mean by that?
So I'm not looking at a crowd going, oh, these people are going to want old music. These people are going to want young music.
Okay.
Those people want house. Those want R&B. Those want disco. I'm generalising the whole room. And you go with the majority. But you're reading the room the whole time going, what is this? Because you're entertaining all of them. So you can't just look at one group and go, that's what they're going to want, or they're the ones.
It's that thing where someone just goes, oh.
Well, the thing is, it's the aim of keeping...
That's what I find hard about DJing, when they do that. Oh.
Yeah.
You see like a couple of people do that.
Oh,
and
that.
You're thinking, oh.
And they go, oh, well,
Fuck is it?
yeah, just like, get in the sea. No, but no, the real thing is that the best you'll ever get to as a DJ is having 99% of people happy 100% of the time.
Right.
That's the only way. You're never going to get...
No.
You got to be real that you're never going to get that, like, 100%. Like, very seldom. Because even when you think you got 100% of the people having a great time, there are people that you can't see. You got to be real as well. There are people that you can't see. You can't see their facial expression.
Yeah.
Because they're 60 people deep on a dance floor sometimes, you know? These dance floors are like...
moving.
Yeah, if a dance was 50 foot away from the front of you, you're telling me you know what the people by the bar, want.
Yeah.
So you just got to read the room as a whole thing. Just got to make sure that 1% that isn't happy is going to be happy soon.
Yeah.
But it will be at the cost of another 1%. You just got to keep it rolling.
I had to stop myself thinking about exactly what people were thinking as well. Because I predict in my head when I started playing, like, you see someone's expression, like, oh, he fucking hates it.
And then normally person that...
Yeah, they come up to you and go, man, that's fucking amazing.
Yeah.
I was like, really listening. That was really cool. I was like, oh, fuck.
Yeah.
And it's also not always I don't need to know. Do you know what I mean? Like, I don't really need to know in that situation what they're thinking. Because often I'll be wrong.
But also, I think because of the culture, culture's being so diverse in this country, and in Europe even, to be honest, is that your perception of what is great entertainment is completely different to everybody else.
Yeah, and what people have seen, the experiences they've had, what they like.
it's kind of like a doctor's, right? We're here if you need us. Like, if you need us to be here and you want to be entertained, then we'll try our best to help you.
Yeah.
And
Going to Wales, I find that they're a bit just like, what is this? Like live sax in your face. They're a bit like, ooh.
yeah, like, or when I go there and play R&B,
Yeah.
and they're just like, what do you mean? You haven't played Hi Ho Silver Lining yet?
When's
No,
it coming out?
No, but like, there are like these pockets where they're like, we've never seen this before.
Yeah.
This is nuts.
Yeah.
Like, can't believe you're playing like with two singers and two singers and a sax.
move
Like,
around
like the
while
DJ
playing.
live, and the DJ live thing. They're like, where are you getting these songs from? It sounds just like the artist.
Yeah. But in our head, we're always thinking it from our perspective. We're
Just
thinking
going-
that everyone's seen everything.
Yeah, and I'm
Well,
like,
they
oh,
definitely
I've heard, is it really these songs again and this and that?
Yeah.
Whereas they're like overjoyed with it.
Yeah. That's one thing musicians can be a bit shit about sometimes, is like going through the motions and being like, oh, fucking just another gig. It's like, well,
Yeah.
if you actually zoom out and think about it, this is probably that person's biggest day of their lives, and they picked you to play it. That's a very special thing, man.
But it's an important thing to always have that awareness. I admire the musicians that could be in the green room talking about, and they could be real drab and real grey. Mm-hmm. And they normally fall into the trap of talking about politics.
Right.
Green room should not be political chat. But they end up going, and they're having their rants about whatever. Insert left or right or middle or yellow or green or blue or whatever. And then they suddenly just snap out of it and they come on stage going, good evening, everybody. I'm here. And that's amazing because it's like they're doing two things. They're offloading or,
Yeah.
they're getting rid of their thoughts and then they're going to entertain and they're doing really well.
Yeah.
They're doing a great job. But it's the other ones who are just like, the moment you see them, and I get it when I'm an MD on a job or a day manager,
Right.
where I'm looking after, I'm doing the DJ live, so I'm collating the playlist and I'm making sure they've got, their...
Like a TM kind of vibe for the
yeah,
day.
the whole TM thing, like that whole, make sure they've got all of that. And then the first question, hi, how are you? Yeah, I'm great, thanks. What time's food? Like, are you a grown adult? Like, how have you managed to get your trousers on? Like, it's 3:00 in the afternoon. Do you think...
Musicians love to eat. They love to moan about when the food's coming.
Yeah, but it's also like, it's 3:00, right?
Yeah.
So you've managed to get to the age of late 20s, early 30s normally by realising that around noon you have lunch, noon, 1 o'clock, and then around 6, 7 you eat your dinner
Yeah.
or your tea, depending on what side of Watford you're from.
Yeah.
Why are you asking me at 3:00?
I just bring food now. I think generally that's what I'll do. I'll make
Yeah.
something, I'll bring it and just be like,
But-
it's there if anyone else needs it as well. Like
Yeah.
snacks or something.
Well, I call it favour tokens when I'm doing the TM stuff.
Yeah, it works.
You buy those M&S tubs of
Oh,
flapjacks.
100%. I
and
start
all
making
that.
sourdough, so I make sourdough and bring that. And then people can just, put like some salted butter on the cooking table. People just dig into that.
Oh, you're so fancy.
And then
Is it like
immediately-
molten salt butter and all that?
Yeah, from Waitrose, come on, mate.
Oh, you're so fancy.
But like sourdough isn't fancy. It's just it's like it's hard to make. I think that's what I was going to say. So it takes time, but it just takes time to
Yeah.
get good at it. But then once you're good at it, it feels like really easy.
Sourdough and, saxophoning
That's
is
it.
hand in hand.
That's it. Sour
Yeah.
cherry. That's my most recent one. Sour cherry sourdough.
Really?
It's banging. Yeah.
Did you care to bring any for...
No.
Oh, shame. Shame.
Next time we do a club live gig, I'll bring
Okay,
some.
done. But yeah, going to the musician thing is I just want everyone to be happy, and happy stage is a happy dance floor. Happy dance floor is happy client. Happy client, happy dance floor, more gigs.
Yeah.
Do more gigs, happy band, happy dance floor,
Happy bank balance.
happy client, happy bank balance.
Yeah.
There's that. What's that? Money can't buy you happiness, but it can buy you a jet ski. I mean, have you seen a sad person on a jet ski?
Yeah.
That's the whole. But like musicians just need to. They just need to. I mean, it's really hard to sit and go, oh, as a busy DJ or whatever, just snap out of it.
Yeah.
But it's interesting when we started this conversation about musicians that don't necessarily want to be there, and those poor souls, and I will call them poor souls, who are great musicians
Yeah.
and great minds, but they feel like, oh, like
Sorry, go on.
no, they're like, oh, if I don't do this, I've got to do this to make rent or
Yeah.
cover.
And I think that's often what it is. It's like a
child payment or whatever situation they're in.
Yeah. And they're probably annoyed at their situation though, as well as like, I should be doing this cooler gig, like a different gig to this one.
But there's no straight answer for any of those people though, is there?
No.
That's the biggest thing. And
also, if, like function work is the best paid. Like if you look at it across like the board, if you were on tour, you wouldn't be paid that. Like most tours are like $250 a day.
Well, I met a bassist once, and I won't say who the band was, but they were doing like these what I call local one-day festivals type vibe. You know, these 5,000 to 10,000 size. £110
a day, or a gig.
A gig, and I'm like, what?
Was that recently? No.
Last year.
What?
Summer last year. And I'm like, but you're playing in a band which is not the big bold one at the top, but one of those four.
Right. So
before
pretty big font.
Yeah. Not the 24, but maybe like the 18s before you get to the 12s and
still
the 10s.
Montserrat.
Yeah. And you're like, what? Like, sometimes even in bold.
Yeah.
And you're like, how is that even a thing?
Yeah, it's mental.
But the function thing, I think once people are in the functions, because it is a drug. Like, it is a drug. Even if you do it because you need the money, you can't make better money doing anything else.
No.
So why don't you just enjoy it?
Yeah. And you can learn a lot of shit from them as well. It's a lot of fun to be had. I did actually have a think about what someone said to me once. I was DJing and he came up and he went, "What do you call a DJ who can't scratch?" I was like, "I don't know." He goes, "I can't." And just walked off. I was like,
"Oh, that's nice.
Thanks, mate."
That's real nice. I mean, I've had some interesting... I actually had one, the last gig we were together.
Which one? The
Did
Lux?
you hear about this? Yeah, the Lux one.
In the little weird glass box.
I mean, I'm not going to associate this negative experience with Lux
Come
directly.
on, Ross.
Yeah, sort it out, bruv. The crowd... so I had this guy,
They were, actually, thinking about it now, there were quite some pupils going on at that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. There was a lot of...
Allegedly.
Yeah. But it was very... again, it was another one of those where I'm in this room.
Because you played quite a bit after us, right?
Yeah, I played for about 2 hours, 2.5 hours after. And room was getting progressively drunk. And generally when a room's drunk, and again, it's not a crowd, it's a whole room. When that one person that I'm analysing, this crowd of one person, if the room is drunk, then you just have to get it. It's like a just so. You can't go too far. You don't want them to use up all their energy because they're too wasted. So they'll literally run out of... they'll fall into a lull. Yeah. Or they'll need to drink. They'll feel like, I need to go and drink more because I'm thirsty.
Miles away from the dance floor.
Bars miles away or whatever. But anyway, this guy came up and asked me for something really obscure, and I don't remember. This is the other thing as well. I don't take it personally, so I don't even remember. Like, I think about it for a couple of days afterwards. I'm like, it's done now.
Yeah.
But he said something, but at the end, he went, "You're not." He goes, "You're a shit DJ," or something like that. "You're not very good," or "You're a shit DJ," or whatever. And I went, "Thanks for letting me know." And the Lux sound guy was still there because he was just about to pack up, right?
Legend.
Yeah, he was really cool, but he was watching like this guy because he doesn't know me that well. He was like, is Marcus gonna swing for him or like, what's gonna happen here? And I looked at him and I went, guess I didn't please everyone tonight. I looked at Brad and he looked at me. He was like, like this, and then he goes to his missus. He goes, "Oh, babe, take a picture of me and him."
What?
And I'm on that, it was like that wooden DJ booth thing. And he stands there and he goes, "Actually, take a video." He goes, "Right, you ready?" And then he just puts his middle fingers up at me. And she's taking this picture or video and she's like, "You can't do that." I went, no, take the picture. Take the picture. So I went, and he's like this. And Brad's like, "Marcus, you're taking this exceptionally well."
Yeah.
So as he's turned round, he's sort of walking off, and now the girlfriend or the wife, or whatever,
It's
is
a bit
really
like,
nervous.
Who
like,
are you?
yeah, like
Who
shit.
is
Yeah,
my
so it's
partner?
me and Brad and this one drunk guy in that room thing.
Right.
And I just said to Brad really loudly, because he went, "Yeah, you're fucking shit. I'll meet you outside." And she was like, "No, come on, come on." And I just, as he's walking away, I went, "Oh, hang on, Brad. I'm just going to find out which direction he's going in, because there's car parks all over that place, in that venue."
Yeah.
I went, "Just going to find out if he's staying on site or whether he's getting in a cab, but I'll see you in a bit." And she's like, "Frank, I wasn't going to do anything."
Yeah.
I was just, because at this point he's so smashed, I was saying it just to wind her up.
Yeah.
But yeah, that was a weird thing. I'm like, oh, mate.
That escalated quickly.
Yeah, that escalated real quick. I'm like, I'm a lover, not a fighter.
Yeah.
But those things kind of happen. But there was no security there or anything.
No.
So it's just up to me to just dissolve.
Yeah.
But I just felt
You
like
can often charm your way out of it, though. Somehow just, like, dissipate it. I've had ones, actually, where, weirdly, like, women be way too touchy-feely. That's a big thing for sax players. Like, I don't know for other sax players, but
they think that because you're on the dance floor, it's an invitation.
And because you're a tall man, it's like...
I wouldn't know what that's like. If
Get
anyone
heels
looks
on,
more
mate.
like Danny DeVito at this table... Do you know what I mean? Do you know what I mean? I'm normally the one having to chase. Then be chased. No, I'm joking.
But also the sax thing, it's like, I think you're right, they kind of see it as...
But there is a, isn't there an official, unofficial chart of the sexiest members of a band? Isn't the
Right.
bassist at the bottom or whatever?
I think bass is pretty sexy.
Is the bassist sexy?
But I don't know, I'm not someone
But
watching.
isn't there, someone's done a ranking before, no?
It's got to be vocals, it's got to be at the top.
Like the vocal, then the drummer, and then, like...
Yeah.
But I think you got to be careful with what, is that kind
It was
of...
weird, like, she was just, like, kept doing it. It was getting a bit weird. Then a friend started to do it. And then the husband was just, like, watching. It was a bit, like, cookie, a bit bizarre. And then they're kind of, like... And then she fell into the light, smashed load of them. And it was just really, like, weird. Immediately, the bill went up by, like, 500 quid because she just smashed loads of equipment. And it was very weird. Like, as soon as I got there, she'd get, like, touching.
Didn't you feel good? Does that not go...
Just feels a bit
like,
cringy after a while. After
Yeah.
the first couple of times, you're like, okay.
You're like, oh, please, I get this all the time.
Like, I'm a bit like,
Please, ladies.
But imagine it the other way around. So imagine if I was a female sax player and this 6'2"
100%.
man came up and started touching them on the chest.
Yeah,
You'd
yeah.
be knocked out. Or like
Totally.
something would happen immediately.
Well, I've had a couple of women who appeared a lot more senior than me, let's say.
I've got DJ mates who've been punched in the face, like by women, waiting for like
I mean,
requests.
I haven't been punched, but I've had my arse grabbed and my arse slapped multiple times.
Right, male or female?
Female. Once at a gay wedding,
Nice.
a dude came up and was like, "Oh, please play." He wanted, and I actually said to him, I was like, "You couldn't make this up."
Yeah.
Like, if I told someone this story, he was like, "Can you play Sylvester? Make me feel mighty real." And I went, "I'll play it in a bit." And he goes, "Oh, please." And he gave me a...
Right.
Like, I said, of all songs to ask,
Yeah.
I said, it's just typical. He goes, "Yeah, what am I like? Whatever." But yeah, it's a really difficult... it's a difficult thing to manage that physicality, with people... Again, it's no one really there to stop it.
No.
And it's like...
You're often on people's land or people's house, and it feels a bit, just kind of a bit like... Ugh.
Yeah,
And I'm not saying I wasn't intimidated, but it was just a bit weird.
it is weird.
And it's like, if it was the other way around, I guess there would be the idea it would be completely intimidating for the woman because it's like...
Kind of scary that you're almost numb to it now, though.
Yeah.
That's the scariest bit.
Yeah.
It happens so much.
I think it's also a thing of certain type of people. It's obviously something going on in their personal life between them and their husband, or there's a sense of like entitlement to something, to like, oh, we can just have whatever we want. We can act in any way kind of we want.
Yeah.
And it's just a bit like, well...
Those private land ones are like, for me, the wildest, like the Saltburn vibes, where you're just like...
Murder on the dance floor.
So, yeah, you literally... where you do like, they can do whatever they want. And we had one a couple of years ago with White Keys that was like, oh, can you, beautiful marquee, like massive, big transparent jobby. It was all their land. They had their own beach. It was overlooking the sea, like amazing. But you needed to getting a lifted Land Rover to get down there through the fields because the ruts between the farm gates were like
That's even weirder. So
a
how do
foot
you
and
get
a half
out?
deep. We had to wait. It was like a transfer.
Yeah.
So you parked up on the farm on the hard standing,
Yeah.
and you waited for the Land Rover to come round, which was driving around every 15 minutes down to
Right.
the bottom field, which was overlooking the sea sort of thing,
Yeah.
by the cliffs. And it's just like, it got to like, it was a late finish anyway. It was like 2 a.m. finish. And they were like, oh, can you keep playing? And I'm like, oh, there's no security and no bar staff and
There's
no
50
sound
people looking
engineer,
at you, or 100 people looking at you.
like 80 odd. And I'm just like, they're like, oh, haven't you guys got a place to go? Yeah, we're staying at the pub down the road. I'm like, oh, well, they're going to lock the doors if you don't, I'm joking with them. No, we own the pub. I'm just like, oh. Just like something.
For local people.
And almost thankfully, they were dancing on the stage because the band had left at like 11 o'clock. They were dancing on the stage and a drink just came flying, like slow motion, like a whole glass of wine, white wine.
At your face.
No, not the face, at the decks. And I'd agreed to give them 15 minutes extra. The
Right.
bride said, look,
Did you say any extra wage or not?
not for 15 minutes. I was like,
Right.
if you want to do an hour, and I always do this, my trick is you negotiate with the sound engineer. Because that poor bastard's been there way longer than me.
Right.
So whatever price he wants is my price to keep going.
Okay, that's cool.
And we just go halves. So I just say to the sound engineer at the beginning, right, do you want to, if they offer you more money, do you want to stay? And they'll
You've got to
go,
have a price in your head, otherwise it feels uncomfortable. That's one thing I've learned.
Yeah.
Have like a price in your head. Say it to yourself a couple of times. And
totally.
then be like,
Yeah.
don't feel unconfident when you say it. Because it
No.
might sound ridiculous, but it's like, well, that's the price.
Well, what's ridiculous to them with a 150 grand marquee,
Yeah,
you
yeah.
want what? Is £1,000 too much for a sound engineer and a DJ or whatever it is.
Yeah.
So, like, I'll always say to them, what do you want? He's like, well, I'm not staying for less than £250 for another hour because I've got to do this, that, or the other. I go, fine. So when they come up to you at the end and they want more, then it's 500 quid. We go halves.
Yeah.
Done. She went into negotiation with the sound engineer. She didn't want to pay the money. So I would tell you what, 15 minutes? Can we do 15 minutes? Yeah, fine.
Yeah.
Second song in, so like just gone 2 a.m. They're all on, there's like 30 people on the stage
Right.
and about 50 people off the stage.
Right.
And I'm playing, now I'm digging deep into the,
It's 2:30.
into the archives. Yeah, I'm like, oh, what are they going to go for? And I can't remember what. It was a house tune, Let's Groove,
Right.
by George Morel. It's like an
Okay.
instrumental song.
Yeah.
Don't know if you know it.
Don't know if I know it.
Dum 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 diddle dum.
It's just say Let's Groove. It's just that.
It's just a groove. It's not
Earth, Wind and Fire, right? So maybe it's like a remix of that. Let's groove tonight.
yeah,
That's what you
maybe.
just sang.
But it was a song. But it's just the bass line,
Right.
and it's just repetitive, and everyone's just having a good time, and they're all whooping, and they've got little dance circles going.
Yeah.
And I just see this glass of wine come over.
The glass or just the
No, the
contents?
contents, like, so it's like the wine's gone like that, and so the whole thing's coming like a body.
Oh.
And I'm like, there's nothing I can do to save this. And I sort of do that. Yeah. And I literally just go like that to like the laptop. It misses the laptop. I got a keyboard cover. I'm not stupid. It's not my first rodeo.
Yeah.
I've got a keyboard cover. But then it literally just lands on my gold decks.
Right.
Just go. I go, volume down.
Thank you.
One of the bridesmaids comes over and goes, why have you stopped? What the fuck? And I'm like,
Who do you think you are?
yeah, who do you think you are? And I went, look at my decks. I'm supposed to finish at 2. It's 2:05. I said I'd give more. Now my decks have had a drink. I've actually done what has been asked of me contractually.
Yeah.
Now there's a drink on my decks.
Well, they fucked
You're
you,
on the
they're right.
stage. Well, this bridesmaid was sober enough to turn around to me and go, who did it? Point to me, who? Because the woman who did it saw it and went,
Bye.
I'm making a run for
yeah,
it.
yeah.
Land Rover haven't come round to fucking pick her up yet.
Right.
So she stood at bus stop to nowhere.
Yeah.
You know, the little
So you
picket
went out?
fence thing. Oh, she went for it. I went, it's her over there.
Yeah.
Bridesmaid turns around, goes storming at this woman, go, you're the reason you fucked this wedding up.
Oh, wow.
Bride goes, why have you stopped there? And looks down and sees literally puddles on my decks.
Yeah.
And she went, I'm so sorry.
Oh.
Is like, are we going to have to pay? Like, was it, she was cool.
Yeah.
But I was like, oh, man. Now the tension's building and this, that, and the other. So I was like, okay, now I'm packing up now, bye.
Yeah.
Because I'd already done the old, the half, we call it the disco loadout.
Right.
Dancing, unplugging the laptop.
Other thing, like
winding the cables up, goes in the bag.
Take the read off.
Yeah. Even the laptop stand's gone.
Yeah.
Like, I've done everything. I've literally got power
If
cable.
you had two speakers, one speaker might go down. One thing folded up.
Well, this sound engineer, had a mate with him, and the mate was like, "Oh, these girls are so beautiful. This, that, and the other." So he was properly like enjoying the fact that he was on this party. He obviously hadn't done the circuit long enough to go, "Oh, just people in it. It's just people."
Yeah.
But anyway, so he was like, could see this mood change, and was like, "Don't worry. Tell you what, while we're packing down, we'll give you a speaker to plug into." I was like, "Don't do that. They'll be here till 6 a.m.
Yeah.
This is their land. They can literally. There's no neighbours to shut it down.
Way off for you to get
There
off.
is nothing.
No.
You can't even go on 3 words to find out where you are if you're in trouble. Yeah. Like, you're literally in the middle of nowhere.
Yeah.
I think we were picking up French. With that far down on the coast, we were picking up French.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. No, not a lot, but when it goes "Welcome to France" on the EE or whatever, I'm like, what?
Where are we?
Yeah, literally middle of nowhere, sort of on a cliff edge. And basically, I'm now waiting for this Land Rover. I get to the top, I can still hear music playing at like 3 o'clock. It's taking me 40 minutes to get to the top. I then get a phone call at like 4:30.
Right.
From the sound guy going, "By any chance, Marcus, are you near so-and-so farm or estate?" I went, "No, why?" He goes, "Yeah, we've only just got the speaker back. Since we gave them the speaker and let them do the thing, they've shut all the lights off. Because someone's trying to shut the party down.
Yeah.
And because they were in the dark, they beached the van and got the van stuck.
Oh, fuck.
At the bottom of so they were there till 10 o'clock in the morning the next day. I'm like, this is...
Mate. And for like a normal fee as well. Fuck yeah.
Just like...
That makes me feel sick.
I just, I feel it, but it's all character building, like we said.
Mate.
It's all character building, and would we change it?
No. Not at all. Definitely makes you more confident. It makes you like also resilient to normal life when certain things happen. Like as a dad and stuff, when some of the things go a bit mad, you're just a bit like I'm not really that bothered. Like, and you see other people freaking out. What are we going to do?
It's a perspective thing, isn't it?
I don't know. We'll just go with it.
So, we've seen it go sideways.
You're pretty chilled with that kind of thing, though. I've seen you just be like, just roll with it and just be like, yeah, this is cool.
I'm like Mr. Bean in the horror movie skit, where he's in the cinema.
Yeah.
And everyone's going mental and he's just riding out. I'm like, hey.
Because for me, a bit of that, though.
I mean, for me, events are like Lego sets.
Right.
I've used this Lego set analogy with some of my friends. I'm like, an event is a Lego set, and sometimes it's 4+. Sometimes it's a Duplo.
Right.
It's 5 blocks. You just got to stack it and go, oh look, it's complete. Sometimes you've got 12+. That could be a real.
They're fuckers, those 12+ ones. Got some of those with my son the other day. It's like, fucking hell, it takes some thought.
But events are like that.
Yeah.
Some of those 12+s are thought, they need thought, they need discussion, they need a second perspective. They need.
Think about it. Some of them collapse.
Some of them collapse. Sometimes you dropped a piece on the ground.
Oh, you fucker.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But sometimes you dropped a piece on the ground and you're like, you need someone to pick it up for you.
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, once it's built, you go and get the next Lego set.
I like that analogy.
Yeah, and that for me is events. And that's what it is. So
I had to definitely tell myself once that they're not all going to be the same. So what worked at one is definitely not going to work at the next. I mean, experience tells you that.
What I've become the sort of person now when they go, the one thing we're worried about is no one dancing.
Right.
And I go, sadly, I can't guarantee that either.
Yeah.
They're like, what? But so-and-so told me you're really good.
Are they your friends?
I'm like, no, I'm just like, yeah, but that's a different set of people.
Yeah.
I'm like, if it's the same people, I'll play the same music, and let's hope they're in the same mood.
Yeah. It's not all on me.
Right? Mm-hmm. So it's like...
You might have lame friends.
Yeah. Yeah, they could suck. But you never know. No. You never know. And until you're comfortable with that and you just want to ride it out,
You've been to power cuts. You had power cuts a few times? Yeah, that's the thing with horn players. When horn players come into their own, is when power goes out.
Ba,
It's the
ba, 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 ba.
Come on,
Ba,
man.
ba,
For
ba,
10
ba, ba.
minutes.
Yeah,
Or
exactly.
it's like hot, hot, hot. Get a fucking limbo on the dance floor.
Yeah, I mean, I've had power cuts before, sometimes self-inflicted,
Right.
by accident, of course.
Through a bottle of wine on your desk.
Well, no, I've like kicked the plug out, or like something's not,
that's my
or I've
worst
like,
nightmare.
or I've tripped the limiter.
I'm not, yeah, actually, maybe I shouldn't say that because that would then reveal which DJ that was. Because I had that same gig that I was telling you about earlier. He had some weird shit where you took out the power cable from his laptop and all music would stop. So imagine like it being plugged in, and then so it was plugged into my four-way, his thing, because there wasn't enough space down there.
Sounds like he's either got a terrible battery, or
It was like an
running through a hole.
old thing. So I just like, I went down there, like plugged my four-way out.
Is this the DJ that's playing off an
my
old
tunes.
laptop with streaming the music?
Yeah, but not off his phone though. That was off his phone.
What an absolute pumpkin.
But then, yeah, so you'd be standing there, you're like, I'm just going to have to leave my extension lead with you then. So I've got my four-way, you're just going to have it.
See, this is the thing, like,
Because every time you go there, you go down there, everyone would look at you, you're like, well, I didn't fucking,
I mean, my famous one, when I've done that before, like, I did one where my belly, my nice portly belly, hit the play button on the deck, or pause, but it was playing.
Did you
and
have
it
like a
literally
slow one, or
stopped.
was it like...
No, I'm a sudden guy,
Right.
so it sounds like a power cut. And I knew I'd done it, and I could have just pressed the button and gone. Instead, I went, and everyone went. And whilst they're all looking up, I just bring the fader down, press play, and bring it up, and go, yeah.
That's amazing.
And everyone's like,
fuck is that?
what on earth?
DJ Saboteur.
So I made up there was like a leak or like something fell from the
That's
ceiling.
quick thinking, though.
But there's actually a clip I'm gonna do. I'm gonna publish later on this week where I'm playing and I'm messing around with acapellas and
Nice.
instrumentals and stuff.
I love all that STEM stuff, by the way. We
Yeah.
did a couple of gigs together where you've done that.
Oh, nice!
It's a cool
Thank
way
you.
of just pulling it out, and I love all that.
Yeah, that's changed the game, like for DJ. Like,
It sounds clear as well, like it sounds good.
yeah, you have to. It's another like skill in itself,
Yeah.
but once you can sort of harness it.
Yeah.
But I'm
Opens up a new
obviously,
world.
I'm obviously still a see you next Tuesday because I don't scratch.
I love that, though. Then she walked off. So, like,
It's so brilliant.
we might have to wrap this up in a second, by the way.
Yeah,
We're
fine.
going to get kicked out.
Kicked out.
Kicked out of here.
What's the final remarks then? How do you normally conclude these?
Just say, thanks for listening. See you later, everybody.
Thank you very much for listening. It's been emotional.
It's been very emotional.
Listen to the previous episodes if you didn't like this one.
Where can people find you as well?
People can find me on Instagram at DJ Marcus
At your
Bond.
house.
Find it at my house. Yeah, here's my address.
Here's my phone number.
Yeah, here you go. I was about to say social security. That's a really American thing. But yeah, it's DJ Marcus Bond on all the channels and
Nice.
Max Marcus Events for the production stuff. And thank you very much for having me on.
Mate.
My first
Thanks so much.
podcast.
It's been emotional.
I hope
A lot of
you've.
fun. A lot of fun stories. I like that.
Well, there's all sorts of stuff. I think we could have a completely different podcast after a couple of beers.
100%.
That could
do
be a
that
thing.
next time.
We should do a pub talk, maybe do a round table and
Yeah.
do a shot every time someone
Put some lines on the sing.
could be a thing. All right. But yeah, no, thank you very much for having me on,
Mate,
and
absolute pleasure.
catch you on the dance floor soon.
Thank you very much, everybody. Bye.